theme, it's breaking the archetype. Like my previous speaker said, we have to create something new, not just think on, what already exists. So I'm talking about a topic, which I've personally experienced in my life. It's about shifting the gears, because this is what I've done all my life. We all should be trying to do something different in life, because when we talk about India, India is a populous country. There's so much of population. There's so much of competition. Unless and until you're unique, you cannot stand your position out. So shifting to the right gear at the right moment gives you optimum momentum. From being a simple schoolboy to this transformation was never easy. It took enough courage, tough calls, and passion to what I do today. This journey, over a period of time has taught me so many valuable things, from being a student to run an organization, what I do right now. As a country and across the globe, a lot of people talk about young people are the future. But I slightly disagree on this fact, and I believe that young people are not the future. Please do not push us to the future, because we are the present of today. So with that particular thought, young people should take the call to action right now. I come from the same culture as you come, where we are instilled with this thought right from a very childhood that, your performance, you will be evaluated based on the academic performances and the grades. Same was I. I had a belief that, my future is dependent on the scorecards that I'm going to get. My future is dependent on the grades that I'm going to score in my primary, in my high school, in my higher secondary, or in my college. But now I realize it was totally fake. You can shape your own future. It is not the grades that are going to shape your future. It is the skills that you have. And your passion, I think, that is going to shape your future. So, my life has been very different. As a child, I always aspired to become a doctor, because I've always seen this is the community that gets maximum respect because of the work that they do. And I always aspired that. But with the maturity, my liking for technology, and in particular about the computers, grew, and I opted for majors in computer engineering. And that's how, like you all, I ended up doing computer engineering. But then I had no plans. What is going to follow? How it is going to proceed? I was totally blank. See, life doesn't come with plans. There are certain uncertainties which we should be calculative about. I extend my gratitude to my campus, LDCE, which pushed me to a certain extent. And it was not just about academics on the particular campus. It gave me a different outlook to the outer world. And the campus thrived with a lot of youth enthusiasm and student-led initiatives. The campus gave me an opportunity to join a wonderful organization that's called the National Service Scheme, an organization led by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India. And I joined as a volunteer. And when I joined this particular organization as a volunteer, I got access to a different world of social service. I just took my first step into the world of social service. And this world meant more than anything else to me. It started to add more meaning to my life. When I was in school, I never participated in any activities, any forums. I was very introvert. But when I got such exposure, when I was leading the first activity, a first event volunteering activity of that particular organization, I realized the sort of potential I carried. In the SAID system, in the SAID environment of my school or previous organizations, I never knew what I'm good at. I never knew what sort of potential I carry. What it takes to make me a successful person. I wasn't aware. But, as you say, self-discovery is very important. And that particular engagement activated that spark in me that this is what I should be doing. I had an opportunity to lead multiple events on the campus that gave me exposure to different areas like youth leadership, environment, climate action, disaster relief response, and that's how, I explored. And, I always had this curiosity. And at this point of time, I had this inner self-realization in me that, I should not be putting my time in solving the computing challenges. I am born in this world to make some real world challenges solve. So that's how, I took a call. And as I say, my topic is shifting gears. I tried to shift the gear, what I was doing to what I wanted to do and what I was passionate about, what I liked. So I think, taking this right call at the right point of time is very important. Like you drive a car, right? If you want to increase the speed, you need to change the gear. It's as simple as that. If you like something, just pursue it. Don't wait for anyone. So leading multiple initiatives, interacting with the young people, that gave me a different confidence. I learned different skills, because I think college is the best time when you can explore. When you have that sort of freedom, you manage events, you organize events, you deal with a lot of community. Here I see a lot of students handling the entire event with the professors. So you get a different set of exposure. And this is what the young people value in the life, because young people are not just young at thoughts, but they are also young at energy. And this is what drives. I had a wonderful experience meeting Dr. Kalam earlier. And he gave me a very beautiful explanation about things. He said that I have two seeds with me, and I'm sowing two seeds in two different soils. One seed gets proper nourishment, sunlight, and everything. It grows into a beautiful tree, while the other seed is deprived of the nutrients and sunlight. So it fails to grow into a tree. So he posed us with a question. Dr. Kalam posed us with a question. Did that particular seed not have enough potential to grow into a tree? Yes or no? Of course, it had the potential to grow into a tree, but it did not have enough opportunities to grow into a tree. So this is what, my clear message to all the young people out there, that you have to seek opportunities. You have to be an opportunity seeker. Nobody is going to come to you with opportunities, right? You have to find opportunities for you. And I think, as I said, every young people is unique. You have definite and very valuable talents in you. Just don't waste it, right? There are so many beautiful things that you can be doing. May it be what you study, may it be what you are fond of, may it be what you are passionate about. Just follow your dreams. Following my passion, I had to compromise, when I started working for social service on my college campus, I had to compromise with my class sessions, and my good friends, dear friends were not happy. And they often came to me and they said, why are you wasting your time in social service? Come and attend the classes, you are missing. Your grades will be affected. This is not going to help you in the future. This is okay. I found it okay because this is a sad culture. Everybody thinks grades are very important. But it is not their fault. It doesn't mean that, my friends did not like my progress. They only, instructed me to be attentive in the campus because this is what they have learned, that marks are important. But that is wrong. At this point of time, I had a belief in myself, and I was following my passion constantly. I did certain initiatives and work on my college campuses, which received appreciation at state and national levels. On building up this, I was honored by the IGNSS award by the Honorable President of India at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Now, after receiving this award, the same friends who used to criticize me for spending more time doing social service on the college campus came to me and started to appreciate. I became a sort of sensation on the college. Oh, a young student from our college is awarded by the Indian president and so on. There was a lot of curiosity. But I'm glad, just because of my exercise, small exercise of following my passion and believing in myself, I was able to bring a change on the campus. People were getting more into social work. They were leading different initiatives. It is not only social work. I'm proud that I'm able to popularize social work and volunteering services on the college campus. And so, one clear message to everyone out there, you have to tell to the world, you have to talk to the world that anything is possible. And when you say this, they will start believing in you. And if you want the world to believe in you, first you need to believe in yourself. So the change starts with you. So even Mahatma Gandhi has said, be the change that you wish to see in the world, and the dreams will follow. So getting the award is an interesting story I would like to share. As I said before, our society, our community always believes in grades. I'm repeating this again and again because you might also relate to this particular fact. So when I was doing this social services, I did not inform at my home that I am doing this. But at the same time, I was consistent in managing my grades. It was very difficult when you spend a lot of time doing other things, and at the same time, you also need to manage your grades. So it was quite difficult. But I managed it somehow. So it was 2-3 good years on the college campus when I did this. And one fine day, a letter comes to my home from the President of India's office that he is going to be felicitated by the Honorable President. So my parents were waiting at home. They never knew what I was doing. Why the President would call me for an award, they were not sure. Because, see, I say, even the situation at my home was the same. They would not allow me to do something other than academics because this is a set culture. So when I went home, so they were waiting for me. They say that we have a letter and they are inviting you for an award at the President's house. What is this about? Then I had to explain them what it was about, and I still remember that particular moment when I saw my parents in tears. So this is See, unless and until you do not prove, people are not going to accept. So what happened on my campus was the same. The friends earlier told me that you are wasting your time. After receiving the respect or recognition, they started to appreciate. So you can bring this change in the perspective of lens of the community. But then you have to have faith in yourself first. You have to make it happen. You have to prove it to the world. Then the world starts accepting you. So after graduation, there were different thoughts going on in my mind. Like I had two options: either get into engineering and make money, or get into social services, what I'm passionate about, and sleep, with satisfaction that I'm doing something good for the community. So but the best fact, I won't regret ever in my life that I chose the second one. I chose the latter. It's like going to a shoe store. You try different pairs of shoes, right? And you will end up buying those pairs, in ones you exactly find yourself comfortable in, right? So this is what I was more comfortable doing and serving for the community. We come from a beautiful country and we have a beautiful religion and culture. Our culture says Seva Parmodaram. Service is the first religion. Why not we do it, right? See, social service is not that you give your full time into it. It can be anything small. We do it at our doorsteps. We feed ants. See how beautiful is this? This is a very small thing. We are feeding ants. We are feeding stray animals. You try to understand. It gives you a different perspective about things. Continuing my efforts, working for nation's development, I was honored with the National Youth Award by the Indian government in 2016, and which is the highest tier award for young people in this enthralling category. And I always wanted to create some platform for young people in this country, where they can engage themselves, where they can unleash the true potential that they hold, and they can contribute to the community at the same time. So this is how, I proposed this idea to all the awardees of my batch, and we co-founded an organization that's known as Elixir Foundation. This organization spans across India with more than 2,500 young people across the country, working with one vision for the nation's development, giving their 100%, how we can bring a positive change in the community, how we can make this world a better place to live in. So this is how we are moving forward. I'm very glad to equally share that, the organization has impacted more than 100,000 lives since its inception. And this journey is continuing. And every day it is getting bigger and better. During the pandemic, we were able to run state's largest COVID response campaign, titled Gujarat COVID Support. Under the campaign, we were able to reach out to more than 60,000 individuals, supplying them with essentials like food, medical supplies, oxygen supplies, and others. Because the time was very critical. When it comes to humanity was on foot at this point of time. Every one of you was a social worker. Now, when I talk about social service, some of you must have tried doing social service during the pandemic for the first time. You must have looked out for a number to help someone. You must have looked out to find a bed for someone. You must have looked out to find an oxygen cylinder for someone. Because you knew, this is very important at this point of time. So I think this sort of responsibility, if every young people carries, I think definitely we are taking India, or this proud nation, millions of steps forward. This doesn't end here. My friend and I co-founded an organization, Invincible, when we were in my college. So our initiatives, we all started this when I was in my college. We didn't wait, we will graduate and do something later. We started all things when we were in college. Taking more than 145,000 young people to the mountains, today Invincible is India's largest youth trekking organization. And that's how we started. And this is about the power of young people. And we are proud to have such a team of young people who works tirelessly day and night for the upliftment of the community. And every work that we celebrate is contributed to these young people of ours. Also, this life is crazy. We are here for a limited period of time, and we might not know what is going to happen next, right? It's like a race, everybody's running for something. You need to take a pause. You need to look back. You need to reflect in yourself. Where are you heading to? There are so many things happening around you, right? So it's like a race. But then only one person reaches the finish line. That is very important to understand. So when there are thousands of people that start a race, slowly and gradually, the ones who have good endurance, they will run, longer and longer. At a point of time, there are only 100 people running towards the finish line. After some point of time, there are 50. After some point of time, there are 10. After some point of time, there are 5. After some point of time, there are 4, 3, 2. But one who touches the finish line is only one. So I think my strong message to everyone out there in this room is you have to be that one who touches that finish line. You have to give 100%. If you want to achieve 100%, dream of 200%. Work for 200%. If you achieve 150%, you meet above your expectations. I think that will keep you motivated always. And as I say, there have been multiple instances in my life, when you might feel low at times, but that doesn't matter. Personally talking about, I say it every time, there are two things which everybody cares about. One is successes and failures, right? Oh, he is more successful. Okay, he failed. But see, success is a relative term. For me, buying something is a success. For him, buying another thing is a success, right? So success is very relative, So for me, successes and failures are just relative terms. What you do in between these two is more important. I think the journey is more important, right? So keep moving, don't stop. So there are certain lessons or my learnings that I would share to all the young people out there. Never shy away of doing something new. Never shy away of trying something new. Shifting gears is a good thing. Whatever you like, pursue your passions. Don't chase money. Chase your dreams instead. Chase your passion instead. And I think money will follow. This is what I've really worked upon. And one very important thing, nothing is more rewarding than serving the people and the community. At the end of the day, whatever you do, for whom you are doing. Say, for example, you are working for your family, right? Your family is a part of the community. When you are supporting your family, you are supporting the community. When you are supporting the community, you are supporting the state. When you support the state, you support the nation. And when you support the nation, you state the world. So that's how we move. So no contribution is small. Whatever contributions you do, how better you want to evolve, whatever skills you want to learn, I think that is shaping the entire state of global economy. Not just social economy, but also the global economy. And one last important message to everyone out there is believe in yourself, because the world is waiting to believe in you. Unless and until you don't believe in yourself, nobody will believe in you, right? So with the concluding remarks, let's together dream to make this world a better place, because together we can do more. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.